Takadosh Boker on Mishna Yomi Masechet Avot. This is Perek Avot Perek Bet, Mishnah Vav and Zayin. Mishnah 6 and 7. Afu ra'a gulgolet achat shetzafa al penei hamayim. So he also saw a person's head. Yeah, mamash, a gulgolet. That's usually like the skull area of the head, that it was floating on the water. Amala, so he comes and he tells it. Yeah, he says to it, Al da'ataf tetfuch. Because you cause the heads of others to float, so therefore others cause your head to float, which means what goes around comes around. Life is like a boomerang. Yeah, so he says, and in the end, those who cause you to float will also be caused to float, right? Themselves. Because again, everything is midah keneged midah. That is Mishnah Vav. Mishnah Zayin says, Hu haya omer, he used to say, Marbe basar, marbe rima. Marbe nechasim, marbe deaga. Marbe nashim, marbe chashafim. So actually, you know what? Let me just explain this. If not, we're going to go the entire thing. So he used to say as follows, right? He used to come and he used to say, this is all Hillel is still talking. And he used to say, if a person's going to be marbe basar, right? The more basar, the more for the tolaim. Very, very simple. The more meat, the more flies. Yeah, so the same thing. The more meat, the more rima. Yeah, that's the first one. Vaday shekef. Yeah, yeah. מה? לא, בתולעים, ודאי. כשבן אדם בקבר, אז יש לו יותר תולעים, כן, ודאי. Yeah?
לא, המשנה אומרת מרבה רימה, מרבה תולעים. אז מה זה מרבה רימה? כאילו מה, כשבן אדם עכשיו הוא...
לא, מרבה בשר, מרבה רימה. מרבה בשר, מרבה רימה. אז רימה זה התולעים בקבר.
כאילו, מה העניין של בן אדם? מה הוא יחשוב? לא להשמיד כאילו?
כן. לא ליהנות יותר מדי בעולם הזה. לא ליהנות יותר מדי בעולם הזה, בשביל שלא יהיה בקבר. מרבה נכסים, מרבה דאגה. You've got too many properties, you have too many worries. מרבה נשים, מרבה כשפים. Too many wives, right? Again, you have too much witchcraft, right? He says, marbe shefachot, marbe zima. If you have too many maid servants, right? Because of the immorality and everything, so it's going to be a lot of zima, a lot of immorality. Marbe avadim, marbe gazel, right? Too many slaves, too much stealing, right? Because obviously they steal a lot. Yeah. So he comes and he says, marbe Torah, marbe hayim. He says, the more Torah, the more life that you have. Meaning that the Torah is called Torah Chaim, because the Torah gives you life, right? It gives a person purpose. It gives a person everything that they need, right? Marbe yeshiva, marbe chokhmah. The more the students, right? The more that you're going to have wisdom, right? Because again, you learn from your students, and everyone has, right, their own type of a look and of a perspective. Marbe etzah, marbe tevuna. The more advice, the more you understand. Right? Because many times the more that you get advice, the more that you start understanding how people look at things, and it could be that it's more of a perspective which is outside of the box of what you were thinking. Marbe tzedakah, marbe shalom, the more charity, the more peace that a person is going to have. Because basically he appreciates it, that when they're giving charity, and therefore that in itself is going to cause, right? It's going to cause a lot of peace. Now he says, kana shem tov, kana le'atzmo. When a person comes and he acquires a good reputation, he acquires it for himself, right? Why? Because Be'emet, he had to work for it, which means that we know, right, that it's not like a wealth or something like that, it's his. It could be he's got a good mazal or whatever it is, and therefore right now he's rich, but tomorrow he's going to be poor. Has nothing to do with it. But when a person has a good name, that he acquired it for himself, he had to work for it, and therefore it's going to be his forever. Kanalo divrei Torah. If a person is going to acquire divrei Torah, he's going to be kanalo haye haolam haba.